Tonight's bedtime story, my friends, is extra magical, and I'm going to tell it live from the location where all this magic happened today. And I'm curled up next to the fire in the den. I suppose it's like the ballroom of the castle, with my lovely forest fairy, who has been aglow all day. And so there's still a bit of the fire crackling, although it is winding down for the night. We're soon to be headed toward the spire, of course, where we'll be sleeping. Atop the castle, the highest room in the castle. And it has a jacuzzi tub. And just like a public service announcement here, my friends, go easy on the bubble bath in the jacuzzi tub. I mean, it all worked out, but so we from the spire, the highest room in the castle, we can see all of our neighboring lands. There's the Hobbit house and the Zen barn and the tree house with the gazebo, yeah. And there's all these boardwalks connecting all these different little fairy tale places in the trees. And there's a pond with a yacht that's way too big for this little pond. And people live in it, I guess. And has an amazing deck on top of it. And then the Hobbit house over there, it's built into the hillside across from the castle. And you can, it has the little round rooms and the little round doors. And you have to duck to go in there, but it's all glass on the front side. And there's a little Hobbit home built onto the side of the Zen barn, which was just beautiful and has all these big wooden walkways, and there's a meditation room, and yeah, it's a Hobbit meditation room. Yeah, the massage room with the skylights was a little Hobbit hole too. Yes, and the greenhouse doesn't have a garden fairy. Imagine our luck. And she's going to plant some butternut squash in the abandoned greenhouse for some future generations to enjoy, and for me to be absolutely delighted about. And
there's a lone collard.
A lone collard in the greenhouse. I forgot about that fella. And there was a gypsy wagon up at behind the Hobbit house.
The mushrooms.
And what kind were they?
Honey mushrooms.
There were so many of these giant honey mushrooms, and we're gonna go check in the morning to see if there's more. Yeah, and we might eat them. Mm-hmm. And so we made our dinner tonight. Oh wow! And it was amazing, and it was behind it. So the ballroom with the grand fireplace, with the kitchen overlooks it. So we got the fire going while we made dinner. And then there's this big empty ballroom, and nobody else was here. A couple people walked through,
But dinner, tell them about it.
So dinner, oh, it was amazing. She got peppers and goat cheese, mushrooms and grapes and apples, and we wrapped everything
in bacon.
Yes. And
it was coconut oil.
And cooked it all in coconut oil.
And we had amazing butternut squash.
Yeah.
With maple syrup and butter.
Yes.
And
yes.
And baked it all.
And so there were peppers with whipped cream and goat cheese and apple slices wrapped in bacon. And it was the most amazing combination. So the apple and the pepper kind of danced spiritually.
And the mushrooms and the butternut squash and maple syrup and bacon.
Yeah.
It was just a beautiful combination.
Yeah. And so we had all of that fireside in the ballroom where the lady danced on and off all evening while we cooked. And I danced with her a bit, and I enjoyed her dancing a bit from afar. And so...
We just had hot chocolate.
Oh, tell me about the hot chocolate, love.
Oh,
What was
it
in
was
the hot
like
chocolate?
a combination of all the most amazing things that we could put together into a beverage. So we had our oat milk and cacao and maple syrup and coconut vanilla ice cream with our famous frosting that we like to smatter all over each other, and
Yes.
we put it in a drink form and we drink it with coconut milk whipped topping.
Yeah, it was. And so she let me have the first sip out of the big cup.
Because it's your birthday.
I'm the birthday boy.
That's why we're here in the
Yeah.
dragon for your birthday.
Yes, the Clockwork's dragon. And the hot chocolate was so still really hot, but cool enough to drink. But then all the other goodies on top were cold, like there's ice cream on top. So I took a sip, and it was the magic of cacao with sweet creamy goodness on top. And it was just absolutely beautiful. And it took me back to our cacao ceremony. Like I've had the feelings and the connectedness.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you wanted to breathe together and hold each other.
Yeah.
We should do that again later too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we walked around this beautiful enchanted ground today and enjoyed each other's company and watched the leaves change and giggle and met different trees. We met the guardian tree today.
Yeah, and the portal. There was a stand of trees that was like in the shape where it welcomed you to come in. And it was an energy portal of some kind, and that was amazing. And Leanna found the guardian tree, and it kind of seemed like a portal.
And we get to look forward to going back to the jacuzzi tub and put some Epsom salt in there. It's so good, magnesium. And relax. And we got this game of Twister we were thinking about. Maybe playing Twister either tonight or tomorrow.
And the best part is the goddess. I'm going to share all of those things with the goddess at some point tonight or tomorrow, probably the next day. And so things are great here in Fairy Tale Land. And the absolutely best part of all of that is that every bit of that is a true story. And we forgot to tell about so the castle is so big that it has several kitchens. And we're kind of using the servants' quarters kitchen, and it's the best one in the house.
Because it overlooks the fire.
It overlooks the fire
And it's
in the
the
ballroom.
original building to the whole property.
Yeah.
It was the original house.
This was the A-frame house that was the first building on the property.
Yes. That Sir David.
Yes. The old times.
We haven't met you yet, but we look forward to it.
Yes.
We did meet the Vince Hobbit gnome that lives in the dungeon. Oh, there's a dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a jester's quarters. And there's there's all these different little...
The study. And
the study.
And the laboratory.
The private laboratory.
It's very private. We didn't go in there. But we had to go on a mission to pillage a neighboring kitchen. It's a beautiful kitchen, and tomorrow we'll cook there. But we had to go get supplies because our little kitchen didn't have everything we needed. And you have to go down these hallways and winding stairwells and staircases and balconies and And we had to do it like 2 or 3 times, of course, because we couldn't remember everything
So
in
we
one
took the
trip.
grapes with us on a mission.
Yes,
The
and the
butternut
squash. One of the side quests we took the butternut squash with. He didn't make it. Well, he made it through the journey, but then we ate him. Yeah.
But we
And
gave him a good life.
we did, and we respected and
We're gonna eat it
enjoyed
again
him.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's still half of it in there. We get so much food. It's amazing.
Yeah. So basically, we're resting and cuddling and eating and walking in the woods and the mountains in the castle.
And the weather is perfect. It's like at night the temperature is dropping into like the high 50s, so it's real cool, chill to the air in the morning when you wake up, and then by the day it's like reached like a cool 70 degrees, and it's just a nice gentle breeze through there's a gully where between the castle and the Hobbit house there's a gully, and they're probably gonna make it into a drum circle area. That's what we suspect.
Yeah.
And but there's gonna be a giant bonfire first.
Yeah. But in the night air right now, so hopefully you can hear the crickets and the crackling fire. We are still sitting in front of the fire, and we have the windows open, so there's a nice cool cross breeze, but we're still nice and warm and cozy by the fire. So we've been here a bit late because it's really, really hard to step away from, but
quite alluring.
But there's the bubble bath and whatnot, and so I
What
feel
a
like
dilemma.
I know it's the life of a king. I tell you, it's keeping things running. It's saints' work, really. It's saints' work, and I take it seriously. And so I do what I can to make sure all the magic happens. And may have to step away from this magic long enough to start some new elsewhere.
In the spire.
In the spire.
Jacuzzi tub.
In the castle. Yeah. And we have to see to all the other villages too. We gotta look around from we can see all the other villages from our room, so we have to make sure everybody's quieted down in the tree house, and the Hobbit house is shut down for the night. So anyway, tonight's bedtime story is coming to you live with the forest fairy herself in front of the fire.
In Lover's Lane, Virginia.
Yeah. So I hope you are all cozy and warm and feeling adequately loved. Sweet sleep.